Ito na ang pagtutuos ni Chef Warrior Arnold at Chef Warrior Mark. Ang ating main ingredient, balut. You have 20 minutes. Let the kitchen battle begin!
Here we go for the last and final round of our semi-finals. We have Chef Warrior Arnold to my left and Chef Warrior Mark to my right. Both Chef Warriors have a saucepan actually in their hot stoves, and they're both pouring oil into this saucepan. Judges, am I allowed to say that you do not eat balut? Here we go. How will our Chef Warriors get our judges to eat our main ingredient? Chef Warrior Mark's side, he broke open 2 eggs over there and he's beating or whipping them up. On the side of Chef Warrior Arnold, he's opening our main ingredient, the balut. Separating the soup, the shell. Over the side of Chef Warrior Mark, siya rin, inatake na niya ang ating main ingredient, ang balut. I hear the blender in the side of Chef Warrior Arnold. Chef Warrior Mark taking out his sliced bread. We have cabbage again on the side of Chef Warrior Arnold. He already said he's making some sort of a sauerkraut. Over the side of Chef Warrior Mark, he has avocado. Okay, we have flour, cayenne pepper. It seems to be the best friend of Chef Warrior Arnold. Mixing the flour with the cayenne pepper over there. Chef Warrior Mark slicing into very, very thin strips or julienne his avocado. Inside of Chef Warrior Arnold, he is coating his leftover balut in some of that flour, cayenne pepper, salt and pepper mixture. Side of Chef Warrior Mark, he's some sort of a guacamole.
Guacamole salsa.
Guacamole salsa. Over in the side of Chef Warrior Arnold, butter going into another pan. Over in the side of Chef Warrior Mark, he's cutting up those julienne red and green bell pepper. Over in the side of Chef Warrior Arnold, that's a lot of suka going in a clear bowl. And he threw in some of his chopped onions along with his butter and garlic mixture. Over in the side of Chef Warrior Mark, seasoning going into his avocado, red and green bell pepper, and red onion. You threw in some, I smell vinegar? Or
White or vinegar.
Okay, vinegar. 10 minutes left, halfway done through our third and final battle for the evening. Chef Warrior Mark checking on his bread. While Chef Warrior Arnold throwing some of the garlic. Is that garlic, Chef Warrior Arnold?
Green olives.
Green olives that he sliced up also into his garlic, white onion, and butter mixture. So taste test going on there. On the side of Chef Warrior Arnold, he threw in his shredded cabbage already into another hot pan. Over on the side of Chef Warrior Mark, he's pulsing his toasted bread. The purified balut is not quite meeting our Chef Warrior Arnold standards. Back to the blender. Chef Warrior Mark, making sure his breadcrumbs are nicely processed. On the side of Chef Warrior Arnold, he is pouring his purified balut into the cabbage mixture. Chef Warrior Mark side, mukhang tapos na sa kanyang breadcrumbs. He poured into a bowl, side by side with his breadcrumbs. All you gotta do is dredge it in the breadcrumbs. He's adding a little bit of flour as well. And to get ready to absorb some of that excess oil, he has his coriander lined with some paper towels.
Kaya ko siya tinimpura para maluto ng masyado yung loob niya para masuha siya ng init. And then, ginawa ko siya ng second infusion, nilagyan ko siya ng avocado salsa.
The cleaning action the side of Chef Warrior Mark, and in goes his coated with breadcrumbs, flour, and egg balut into the deep fryer. Over the side of Chef Warrior Arnold, he is fishing out his fried balut. This one, he simply coated with flour.
Last 5 minutes. Let's turn up the heat.
The last 5 minutes to determine who will make it to our battle royale. The bell has rung. There's our warning, the lights and everything. Chef Warrior Arnold checking on his sauerkraut. Chef Warrior Mark fishing out his fried balut. Ready to plate. His salsa is done. And it seems his balut is also done. Okay, adding a bit maybe to the salsa, we got Chef Warrior Mark and some fresh tomatoes on his side now.
Ang ikilalaman ko lang sa ginawa ko is simple-simple lang yung flavor niya. Not like yung parang sa kabila, parang full of flavor siya. Parang, ewan ko lang kung na-over siya sa ano, sa mga ingredients na ginamit niya.
Other side of Chef Warrior Arnold, dicing some of that tomato, throwing it in his sauerkraut. And adding some of that asim vinegar mix. He put some of the vinegar, balsamic vinegar, a little bit of sugar,
Little sugar.
cornstarch,
Yeah.
and diluted it with water.
Medyo may difficulty in terms of mixing, balancing the balut puree and the cabbage na medyo acceptable. So that's why I keep running and running. Paano ko kaya siya i-improvein? Tapos I wanted na I put a little of the vinegar, olives, para may tart, may contrast. Kasi nagiging monotone siya.
Alright, Chef Warrior Arnold seems to be happy with his sauerkraut. He's already putting it into a plate. Well, Chef Warrior Mark prettifying his salsa with a little bit of mint. Is that mint?
Yes, basil leaf.
Okay. Chef Warrior Mark, are you done?
Yes.
Yes, he is done. All right, here you go. Just waiting for Chef Warrior Arnold. Chef Warrior Arnold putting his breaded or floured balut deep fry on top of his cabbage or sauerkraut mixture. And on top of that, he will add some of his vinegar dressing or sauce. Just a little drizzle along the side so that the judges may help themselves. And may I say it, Chef Warrior Arnold?
Still have a few seconds, right?
Yes, okay, it's not quite done yet. One of his favorites again, black olives. It will go on top, just a little color, more flavor.
Contrast.